Sometimes the smartest solution to a really tricky problem is hiding in plain sight, just staring you right in the face. So today, we're going to tackle two classic brain teasers, and they reveal a really powerful way of thinking that, honestly, you can use pretty much anywhere. Let's dive in. We're not going to waste any time. We're jumping right in with two challenges designed to get your gears turning. I'm going to put them right up on the screen for you, give them a shot, see if you can crack them yourself. You ready?
All right, first up, we've got a sequence problem.
The sequence is 1, 2, 4, 7, 11. So what comes next? Now, your first thought might be, oh, I'll just look for some kind of multiplication pattern. But it's a little trickier than that. Just let that one simmer for a minute. Okay, on to problem number 2.
This one definitely looks like a lot more work. The question is, what is the total sum if you add up every single whole number from 1 all the way to 80?
I mean, can you imagine just sitting there punching all those numbers into a calculator? So tedious. There's got to be a better way, right? Of course there is. So let's circle back and crack that first puzzle.
Okay, so the secret to that first sequence, it's not some super complex formula. It's actually a really simple, hidden pattern. We'll call it the growing gap.
So like I said, if you were trying to find a multiplication pattern, you probably hit a wall pretty fast. Yeah, 2 is twice 1, but 4 isn't twice 2, so that's out. The real magic, the secret sauce, is in the difference between the numbers. Okay, look at this. This slide just lays it all out. Just look at the difference between each number as you go along. To get from 1 to 2, you add 1. From 2 to 4, you add 2. From 4 to 7, you add 3. Are you seeing it yet? The pattern's right there.
The gap itself is growing by 1 every single time. It's plus 1, then plus 2, then plus 3. Then to get from 7 to 11, it's plus 4. So it's pretty obvious, right? The very next step in this pattern has to be adding 5. And just like that, the final calculation becomes super simple. All we have to do is take the last number we had, 11, and add the next number in our little growing pattern, which is 5. And boom, 16. That's our answer. It's just a beautiful, simple solution, right? It's all about learning to look not just at the numbers, but at the relationships between them.
All right, one puzzle down, one to go. Now let's tackle that huge addition problem. And trust me, the solution for this one is even more elegant. It's this really clever little trick called the pairing shortcut. I mean, sure, you could do it the hard way. You could add 1 plus 2, then plus 3, and keep going all the way up to 80. But man, that would take forever, and you'd probably mess it up somewhere, let's be honest. The smarter way to go about this isn't about being a human calculator. It's about looking at the problem from a totally different angle. So, the big question is, how do we reframe it? And this right here is the absolute heart of brilliant problem solving. Instead of just plowing ahead, you take a step back and ask, is there another way to look at this whole thing?
Well, here's the new frame. What if we wrote the whole list of numbers out twice? Once going forwards, 1 to 80, and then right below it, we write it backwards, 80 down to 1. Now, what happens if we add them together, vertically, one pair at a time?
And this is it. This is the aha moment. When you start pairing the numbers up like this, 1 plus 80, 2 plus 79, 3 plus 78, something absolutely incredible happens. Every single pair adds up to the exact same number. And what is that number? It's 81. 1 plus 80, 81. 2 plus 79, also 81. You could go right to the middle, 40 plus 41, still 81, all the way down the line. And just like that, this messy, chaotic addition problem turns into a really clean, simple multiplication problem. So from here, the steps are pretty straightforward. We've got 80 pairs, right? And every single one of those pairs adds up to 81. So we just multiply 80 by 81, which gives us 6,480. But, and this is important, remember that number is the sum of two lists, the forwards one and the backwards one. So our final step is easy. We just have to divide that number by 2. And that leaves us with our final answer, 3,240. Just a fantastic, elegant shortcut that lets us skip all that mind-numbing addition. How cool is that? So, okay, we've solved 2 puzzles, but the real point of all this wasn't just to find the numbers 16 and 3,240. The real goal was to understand the thinking, the mindset that gets you to those answers in the first place. And this right here is the big takeaway. These strategies, looking for the hidden pattern, completely reframing the question, These aren't just math tricks. They're powerful mental tools you can use to solve all sorts of complex problems, whether it's at work, with your hobbies, or just in your day-to-day life.
So, what are these tools we've just uncovered? Well, first, always be on the lookout for that hidden pattern. Don't just stare at the numbers or the data points. Look for the relationships that connect them. And second, never be afraid to completely reframe the problem. Try looking at it backwards, or maybe inside out. That can reveal a shortcut that you just couldn't see before. And what this all shows is that the most elegant solution is often the one that makes the problem simpler, not the one where you just try to muscle through it.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought. Think about a problem you're dealing with in your own life right now. That could be anything. Is there maybe a hidden pattern you haven't noticed yet? Is there some way you could reframe it, look at it forwards and backwards, that might just reveal a simple, elegant way forward? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me.